So, hello boys and girls, well, mostly boys when we compare our stats, what is happening on our channel.
That's normal.
Yeah, but I would like to welcome you to our new video, and this is gonna be a bit of a shorter one and like more in the current events type of video.
That's right, because today we're gonna talk about Everton and this new broom effect, as we talked before the
On previous
recording.
occasions, yeah, and well, Sean Dyche is out and his Brexit football is also out, and well, if he stayed on the Everton bench, they would also be out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this moment.
Now they brought in a competent manager in David Moyes, who well almost had his revenge on United again today.
It was very close. There might be a penalty in like 95th.
Yeah,
minute.
like in the like extra time, there was some pulling of the shirt. There was some also theatrics by,
Mhm,
by
they were
Ashley
looking
Young.
for it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're not referees. We're not gonna comment on that. But we saw some comments on Twitter regarding
Facebook,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that will be the intro, and let's get to the point.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure what we talked about in our Premier League predictions, but we didn't predict any bright future for Everton with the previous
We
coach.
actually both predicted them to go down,
Yeah.
like on the 18th place that I remember, like 100%.
And they were on a straight line to it.
Yeah, because they were in terrible form and they were playing terribly. Like literally, they managed only to scam away some points in few matches. But this, like I was always saying, is like League One football at best. What they were playing.
Exactly, they were losing even matches that they were leading.
Yeah, like 2 times they lost like 2-0 leads.
2-0
That's what we talked about. But like even more the embarrassing was like the style of play. Like it's literally zero idea. They were just like hoofing the ball from the back and hoping for the best. And that's like the entire game plan.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this era is over. Maybe like some people would love that era to be back. Like now it's popular, like Barclays man, like handle on Twitter. But nah, that era is gone for a reason, because it just doesn't work. And
Gives you nothing
yeah,
today's.
like it can maybe give you something in one match, but like you can't go through entire season playing like this.
Yeah.
And you can see this best like in lineups that Dyche was using. Like he had a pretty good player brought like in the summer, like in Lindstrom, and he rarely used him in any like serious capacity. He was getting like minutes off the bench like very sparingly, and as soon as he got into the lineup when Moyes became coach, he was man of the match against Spurs, and they started winning. Okay, like so maybe the first match they played was against Aston Villa. That match they lost, but well, it's not an embarrassment to lose to Aston Villa, especially
Exactly.
like this, like the first match that Moyes was in charge.
Yeah, and he just needed to check some things.
Yeah, to get familiar with the team,
Yeah,
because like he didn't know these players, and as soon as he realized what he's working with, you can see like few tweaks. That he started playing Beto as a striker,
Yeah.
and that he brought Lindstrom in the starting lineup, so he had like 2 creative players, like one on the right
front.
and him, and one in the eye on the left, and also played O'Brien as a right back, because he was also a guy that was brought back in the summer, and he got only few minutes under Dyche, and now he's like stable part of the like Everton defense, and well the
that's sure.
scores speak for themselves. Like
exactly. Like the previous coach had everything and just didn't use it in the right way. And that's how you
Yeah.
see Moyes knows better, knows best what to do. And
like he is, like we were talking in the United episode, like he is very underrated coach. Like, he's still vastly remembered for this, like, being a catastrophe. But I mean, he wasn't given anything. Like, he was given like zero resources to actually do something in United, and he had to wait ages to get his like stocks back up, which he did when he was leading West Ham, and he even brought them European silverware. Given it's a conference league, but it's still something.
Yeah, but and still, how many people watch that close United and Everton?
Yeah.
So
today,
if you are in coach of Manchester United and you say that you put like sugar on pancakes, not something else, more people are interested in it.
Exactly.
Than if you are a coach of Everton or any like lower club.
Yeah, and he, before he became United coach, he was playing really good football with Everton. Like, I am a Liverpool supporter, but I really didn't dislike Moyes like Everton.
He has this DNA. Of this,
and it's not
club.
like this like modern sexy football that like people are playing, but it's still like nice to watch. Like you saw in today's game, they were pressing, but they were pressing as a unit. They were pressing with meaning.
Exactly, they had some idea.
Yeah, and they're playing like quick 1-2s and all of these things. That's like you said, like Moyes DNA, and that was the same in all of the matches. Like, the shit that broke my heart is like the match against Liverpool, like when like Tarkowski scored in 97th minute.
Exactly, and both teams ending up with 10.
Yeah. I mean, that was like after the whistle, but yeah, I mean, they all got red cards after this, like Doucouré being a douchebag, and then like Jones telling him, you can't do this.
Premier League.
Yeah,
true back in the days, Premier League.
Yeah, that was like a real like 90s moment to be honest. But yeah, like the ref was having none of it, and then he even gave Arne Slot a freaking like red card for shaking his hand.
Because why not?
Yeah, that was like
English refs.
English refs are like the problem. Like I always say, like, yeah, they always keep like bitching about VAR is the issue. No, like people who are controlling it are the issue. Like same as in like today's match, like that could have been a penalty like for Everton. Maybe it wasn't.
I mean, both decisions, in my opinion, would be like defendable.
Yeah, like literally this, because there was a pulling of the shirt, but he did some theatrics, like. But yeah, that's just like not the point. But yeah, but in general, like we were trying to speak is that this is like how it's actually done, and that's how you can fix up your team, like even mid-season. And now they're like pretty much safe and well above United in the table, even though they drew 2-2 today. But yeah, I mean,
like the United is the one who should be scared.
Yeah, and United is the one that, and their coach is now again under like fire for all of these results, and that also wouldn't be justified in my opinion. But like, yeah, sometimes the teams made dumb decisions, and Everton board was afraid of sacking Sean Dyche because he had a big contract and they don't have money. They got points deducted last season, but if they didn't pull the trigger, they would be like very seriously in danger. And like on the opposite side of spectrum, you would see like what Leicester did when they fired Steve Cooper. They brought in Ruud van Nistelrooy and they can't buy a point.
Exactly.
And like last night they got smacked 4-0 against Brentford, and
they got one nice match with that. I think they drew, and
it was like not very good.
It's going straight to championship.
So yeah, like we talked about individual things now under Moyes, and there's like two clear outliers. One of them is Ndiaye, who got injured against Liverpool,
unfortunately,
by himself, even though Everton got a foul. I'm still not forgetting that thing also.
Certified Everton moment.
fucking English refs again. It's beyond retarded at this point.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he got injured, and I saw in the injury report that he might be back sooner than they thought because he damaged his ligaments, but he's like on some injections, so he might be in action sooner than later.
On some painkillers.
Yeah, like I don't know, or some vodka.
Why not both?
Yeah, like go in.
Yeah.
But
Fine.
yeah, but the second one is Beto, and that's like even more impressive story.
Exactly, because under previous coach he scored only 4 goals, I guess.
Yeah, in like year and a half.
And now in 5 matches he scored 5. So
In 7 matches.
in 7 matches, sorry, he scored 5. So he's scoring in almost every time.
Yeah,
And
and
that
he scored
shows-
today also.
Yeah, because that shows that the team has now an idea how to go forward, how to attack.
Yeah.
And for a striker, that's sometimes all he needs.
Yeah, because like strikers, 90% of them, they can't create goals by themselves.
Yeah, they need to get the ball on the penalty spot at least.
Especially when it's like a typical number 9.
Yeah.
Whereas Beto is like a typical classical old school number 9.
Yeah.
And now when
He
he
shoots
has
his
like
goals.
a danger player from both sides to actually give him some service,
Yeah.
he started scoring.
Yeah. He gets provided.
Yeah, with a chance to score actually.
Yeah. And wow, he's capable of scoring.
Yeah,
All of a
he's
sudden.
doing the same thing as Mateta did when Crystal Palace changed the coach last season. All of a sudden, he again like remembered how to play football, and that's why I always say like it's never okay. It can be players' fault, but players rarely forget how to play.
It's a muscle memory, especially for a striker.
Exactly, and
Let's
now
be honest.
like even more like ridiculous situation is with United and Anthony. Like the guy is tearing up La Liga, like literally these like 4 or 5 matches that he played, like he was man of the match in 3 of them.
You know what hit me today? I've read like a short, like a quote somewhere on, I guess on Instagram, never mind. But he
Some
said
social media.
on a social media, yeah, and he said every time he is waking up with a smile, and I was like, hit.
Of course, like you're not
Yeah.
you're not in Manchester United. Like that's like
You are in Spain, but it has the S.
yeah, it's not like pure pain like it was in United. So yeah, like I said, players rarely forget how to play football, and Beto scored in double digits 2 times when he was playing in Udinese. Now he's back to his norm, and he's again scoring the goals.
Surprise, surprise. Striker is scoring when he gets the ball.
Yeah, in other news, water is wet.
Yeah, out of a sudden. But yeah, we are still in February. Let's not get too hyped because this can be also like very short. The fact that they can go
Yeah.
back to losing still, because the season will end by end of May. I guess.
there's like good 3 months of football ahead of us.
Yeah, they are out of FA Cup already, so only Premier League for them, and they still have lots of matches with Newcastle, Manchester City, Liverpool, all of the best, but also with the middle ones.
And the low
think
tier
they
also
will
ones.
Yeah, I think for now they will stay in the Premier League for the next season, and I'm pretty much looking forward of what's forward.
Let's see what
What's
Moyes
behind.
can do with them next season, because like a coach needs at least 1 transfer window, because now he's doing this with a team he didn't select, that he probably doesn't even know in detail, and now he's like learning on the spot. But one thing is for sure, if they kept Sean Dyche, they would have the best stadium in the championship.
In championship, yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying goodbye to Goodison Park, they're getting a new stadium next season, and yeah, that would be like the best stadium the championship has ever seen.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you guys think actually? Like, do you think that this is like temporary situation that like Patrick always likes to say, a new broom effect, or is actually Moyes that much better of a coach than Sean Dyche is?
so just like always, leave a like, share, and subscribe, and see you in next episode of Football Unplanned.
Bye guys.